Okay, I'm here with Claudia Thurner, who's a European Director at SmartStream. She's going to be talking to us today about SmartStream's TLM Reconciliations Premium product. Now, TLM Reconciliations Premium has won this year's FOW award in the Trade Reconciliations category. So Claudia, could you tell us a bit about the product and what makes it different to the other products in the market today?
Okay, great. Well, thank you for sharing this award with us. SmartStream has been at the forefront of reconciliations for many years, and TLM Reconciliations, as our flagship product, has been a leader and in the changing face of reconciliations. TLM Reconciliations Premium differs from other solutions and other peers in the market, as it essentially runs on a single instance and on a single version, supporting all different data and asset types. So it differs as it is a single solution that supports industry best practice fully packaged within the solution. So not only does it cover the traditional reconciliations such as Nostro and stock, but it also covers the more complex ones, for example around ETD and OTC, and it offers capabilities to support MiFID II requirements or any other regulators' requirements.
Okay, thank you. You mentioned MiFID II, and obviously MiFID II, given that we are just a month away from MiFID II, will be a huge theme in the industry next year. Perhaps you could tell us a bit about the future developments that you envisage for TLM Reconciliations Premium.
Okay. So MiFID II obviously has a very big impact on the market, as it just increases the sheer volume of data that trading firms have to handle. So MiFID II increases the data handling requirements and the reporting requirements, and SmartStream's product TLM Reconciliations Premium is fully equipped to handle these challenges.
Claudia Thurner, European Director of SmartStream, thank you very much. I'm here with Steve Murphy, Sales Director of SmartStream RDU. SmartStream RDU won this year's Best Regulatory Solution in the FOW Awards for 2017, so congratulations. Steve, could you tell us a bit about RDU, where it came from and how it's different from some of the other reference data products that are in the market?
Sure, Luke, I'd be happy to. Thanks for the congratulations. The SmartStream RDU, Reference Data Utility, is a product of a collaboration between ourselves, SmartStream Technologies, and the investment banking community. Originally to deliver a securities master reference utility across the industry, to standardise process, to standardise definition and management of reference data, and mutualise quality, importantly, to make sure that data is accurate and is delivered to a consuming bank in a way that makes sure that the trade remediation process is optimised, that we don't have the cost of failure. So, and the operational overhead as well with fixing it. So that's really what the RDU was created for. Why it's important, perhaps why we've won the award, because it's a utility. It's unique across its peer group at the moment, and the utility models, particularly around reference data management, lends itself well to the whole STP, straight through processing, another acronym that's probably been overused over the years, which SmartStream solutions by and large are focused on delivering good workflow and managing exceptions and keeping the exception management aspect to a minimum.
So MiFID obviously is a big topic for discussion at the moment, and we're just a month away from implementation across the European Union. Perhaps could you talk a bit about what MiFID means for your customers and the work that you've been doing with them to address some of those challenges?
Certainly. I mean, what does it mean? It means a great deal to us now in contemporary terms, a great deal more perhaps than we imagined when the reference data utility was conceived of. We spoke to our customer banks and our prospects about a year ago and asked them where they wanted us to take the RDU next, and it was clear that their preoccupation in 2017 and probably beyond was going to be nothing but MiFID. So we took notice of that instead of necessarily pushing on with the roadmap as we'd originally conceived for developing the utility. Looked at the regulations, looked at the trade, transaction, liquidity reporting, obligations required by MiFID affected customers and institutions, and built a model. So right now we've got a very well resolved set of reference data and API solutions around MiFID, focusing just on that, getting people as compliant as possible with those obligations up until January 3rd. And almost certainly for most, if not all, institutions affected beyond January 3rd as well.
So talk to me about 2018, Steve. How do you think MiFID will play out through 2018, and how do you plan to continue to support your customers through next year and presumably beyond?
Well, we are, we work in the middle to back office space. We are an operational business rather than working in the front office directly. So how it might affect markets, I'm not going to venture any opinions. Certainly from our perspective, obviously, it's a profound change. And the effects of it aren't entirely knowable, even this late in the stage, as you say, with 1 month to go, because of the availability of test data from contributing regulators and institutions. So we see a process of hopefully calming down immediately after January 3rd, bedding in, and a gradual normalisation over time. Our participation in that is it will continue with the well-resolved set of services we've got, perhaps coming in on a remedial basis, or filling gaps and plugging holes which perhaps there simply wasn't time to address in advance of the regulation. So from a MiFID point of view, it's still very relevant, and we speak to some customers who tell us that their budgets are probably as big around MiFID in 2018 as they were in 2017. However, there's another part of the story, and that's the original idea around the RDU, that industry-wide utility, best practice perhaps more than regulatory driven. And in that respect, we've got a very healthy roadmap for 2018, adding additional equity classes to the ETDs that we cover already, around 100 exchanges, integrating ADIs, cross-referencing corporate actions. So our product developers got a very busy year this year. Myself and my sales peers will too, as we try to commercialise all the stuff they've been building.
Okay. Well, good luck with that, Steve Murphy, SmartStream RDU. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much, Luke. It's a pleasure.